Hi my loves, welcome back. Today's video is going to be my current drugstore favorites, but really quick, let's address the obvious. Besides the fact that I'm in a different background, I do want to mention that my makeup looks very off today. I'm not really loving it that much. My foundation is just bad today. Like, I'm trying out a new foundation because I was vlogging earlier and I was trying out some new products, and this is just way too dark for me. I tried to make it work, but it looks a little bit off, so just don't mind it. And my under eye concealer looks a hot mess because I'm trying out a new concealer, and my first impression of it is that I don't like it. So you will find out what these products are in my next video. I did vlog. It's going to be really long, so look forward to that. But anyways, today I'm going to be talking to you guys just about products that I have been absolutely obsessed with. You guys have seen me using these like a bunch of times in my makeup tutorials, and I love them, and you guys need to go with these products. I'm telling you, you're gonna love them. I'm gonna start off with some eye palettes that I have. The first one is the NYC Lovatics by Demi. I love this palette. I did an eyeshadow for beginners and I featured this in it, and I think this is so good for the price. This palette is $7. I got mine at Target, and the first thing that I thought of when I saw this was Naked palette. It reminds me of the original Naked palette. It's not exact, but very, very similar because you have like the blues and like the darker colors right here, and then you have like the lighter shades. So it's very similar, and like the price, you can't beat it. I think this is just a really good palette for every single day because you have like your good mixture of shimmers and mattes, and the eyeshadows, I will say, they are a little bit powdery, and you do have to build some of them up, but honestly for the price, I mean, you can't beat it. So I'm not really complaining about it just because of how inexpensive it is. And I do think that the eyeshadows are very easy to blend, and I love the different variety that they have. So that is what they look like. Look, that color is amazing. And you can see some of them are a little bit powdery, but like I said, it's nothing crazy and nothing that a blending brush can't fix. Next, I wanted to give a shout out to my Milani Earthy Elements palette. I love this palette. Like, I did a Valentine's Day look with this and I'm obsessed with it. I even actually do like the brush that comes with it. It's not the best, but I think it's actually really good compared to a lot of brushes that the drugstore puts in their palettes. I just love everything about it. You can see it's such a warm palette, which I personally love warm tones, you guys know. And I bought this palette originally for that orange color because it's to die for. All of these colors are extremely pigmented and buttery, and I really just love the fact that the drugstore is just stepping up their game with their eyeshadow palettes, and they're kind of having a good mixture of mattes and shimmers because you don't really see that a whole lot. Sometimes they have like all shimmer, or like you just have like matte shadows, so I really appreciate that. And that's what those look like. Stunning, absolutely stunning. I also do own the purple one. This is the Plum Basics. I have personally not tried this yet. I've just been so stuck on using different palettes. I swear sometimes I need to stop buying makeup because I get so overwhelmed and I like forget about certain things. But I did swatch this one, and it's really, really pretty as well. You can see they're just like cool tone purple shades, and I'm so excited about this one because I know it's going to be just as good as this one. It just really depends on the kind of colors that you like. Okay, moving on, I have some lip products to talk about. So I have two lip liners, actually three, but they're like two different brands. Okay, the first one is the NYX Slide On Glide On Lip Liner. This one is in Nude Suede Shoes. I have been using this so much lately. Like, ever since I bought it, I'm obsessed with it. It's so creamy. It's one of the creamiest eyeliners or lip liners that I have tried. And what I love about it is that it doesn't get like chalky when you begin to apply it. It just glides on the lips. And this is literally the most perfect nude pink shade ever. You can see that right there. I'm just obsessed. Like, I have a really hard time finding really good lip liners, and I just feel like this one's definitely one of my go-tos, and this is like $5 or $6 because it is NYX. And another two that I've really been loving are by Jordanna. You can get these at Walgreens, and these are like $2 or $3, which is even better. I don't know which ones I like more. I feel like the formula is pretty similar, but I feel like the Jordanna ones are a little more pigmented. I don't know, maybe it's just me. They're like a little bit more buttery and pigmented than the NYX ones, but I love them both. The one that I have been like dying for, and I'm wearing it today, it's called Rock and Rose. It's literally the perfect rose shade. It's it right there. It's kind of like a little bit darker than like a natural lip color, so it's like your lips but a little bit more enhanced. So pretty, so creamy. And then another one that I have is called Tawny. This is like a dusty, more like pinky red rose shade, but I just absolutely love it. That's it right there. you can just see like one swipe and you can see the pigmentation is just crazy on point. And to be honest, I never really was intrigued by lip liners for some reason. I don't know, they're just not my favorite like makeup item, but these have just made me want to try like a million more lip liners because they're so good. I almost forgot in the eye section to mention these lashes. So these are the Kiss 01 lashes. I am wearing them today. I don't know if you can really tell, but I love these. I showed them on my Snapchat like I think 2 weeks ago, and I know I haven't been using them for a long time, but I know when I like lashes, and these are just stunning. I think I like these more than the Demi Wispies because they're a lot longer and they're fuller. Now they're fuller, but they're not super thick and black, but once you apply mascara to them, girl, these are great. This is what they look like. You can just see they're really long and just like girly and fun, and I think they look really good with like a simple makeup look or a more dramatic one. You can get Kiss lashes on Amazon. I got mine at Walmart. They're like $8 or $9 and you get 5 pairs of lashes, which is such a great deal. I'm wearing them today. I can't get enough. Another pair of lashes are the Vegas Nay Grand Glamour lashes. I actually don't have them because I used them up and I should have kept them, but I threw them out. But I only use lashes up to a certain time, but obsessed with these lashes. I do have some makeup tutorials where I use them and they just look so beautiful. These are very thick. I do find these to be a little bit more difficult to apply because the band is thicker, but I still love them. By the way, those Kiss lashes, the band is so thin that it's really easy to just pop them on and just blend them in. They just look amazing. So those are a lot easier to apply than these. And these are huge. Like, I have to actually cut them a little bit, which I don't mind because they're so pretty and like fluffy and super black, which I really love. So I definitely recommend these lashes. The whole Vegas Nay line, like their lashes are absolutely amazing. I've tried other ones like from Ulta and they're so good. Like, they're so good. So I got this pack at Target. All right, moving on to my favorite face products. So I have 2 foundations to talk about. They're both by Maybelline. The first one is the Maybelline Dewy and Smooth. I love this foundation, and it's so weird because I've talked about this like a bajillion times. I do have oily skin up on my forehead and like sometimes on my T-zone, but like a lot of times and lately the bottom portion of my face has been extremely dry. I don't really know what's up with it, but I wanted to try the Dewy and Smooth because I loved the matte and poreless so much, and I'm obsessed with this. This really is a like medium to full coverage dewy foundation. It's basically like the matte and poreless except it's dewy, so it's just great. I think if you have dry skin, you're going to love this because I personally love it. If you have oily skin and you want to try it, you can still try it. Just use like a mattifying primer or something, but I love foundations like this, and lately I've been really into glowy, healthy, luminous skin, and I think this really gives it to me. Whenever I feel like my skin is just looking dull and it just needs a little like enhancement, I go to this foundation because it's so beautiful. And currently I'm in the shade 220 Natural Beige, and it matches me perfectly. I love the yellow tones that this foundation has because it really just like looks really good. So that's just like a very healthy, luminous foundation. And then I have the Maybelline Dream Velvet Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. Kind of weird, I'm showing like a dewy and then a matte, but this one, what I like about it is that even though it is matte, it does not dry out my skin. And actually the whole hydrating thing, I definitely agree with that. I feel like it's very hydrating and it has like this cooling sensation when you first apply it, and I didn't notice it at first, but the more I started applying it, the more I noticed that it just feels really refreshing on the skin, and I love the coverage. I also really love the packaging of this because you can really save a lot of product and it's great. So this one is in the shade 75 Natural Beige, but I could probably go up a shade because the colors are so weird in this foundation, but this is actually like really white on my face, which is weird, but I love it and you need it in your life. So I want to mention the Wet n Wild contouring palette. I love this so much. When I first bought these, they had like the original formula. They were good, but they weren't like amazing. I really liked the under eye powders, but the contouring shades that they used to have are not good. So they reformulated this, and the new formula is absolutely amazing. The one that I have is in Caramel Toffee, and the reason I got it is because clearly that yellow shade is amazing. And this color, as you can see right here, is very warm, so I don't use that to contour. I use it more just to bronze my skin because it's super warm. I mean, sometimes I do like warm bronzers, but for contouring I feel like it's a little bit too much of an orange shade, but it's so beautiful that I'm obsessed. the powders are just so buttery and soft, and I can't believe it because it's Wet n Wild. I'm definitely a sucker for Wet n Wild products because they're so good and they're so inexpensive. Next up, I have my NYX contouring palette. I love this thing, and when I bought it, I hauled this a few months ago, and I mentioned that I only paid like $15 for it. I didn't realize that this palette was actually $25. I paid $15 because I guess it was on sale at Ulta, and I had a coupon for it, but this is $25. I do think that's a little pricey for Drugstore, but you do get a lot of colors, which is like a plus. But I really like this. I think it's good quality. You get a lot of different shades, so I think this is really good for different skin tones. Like these shades are so dark, and you can even use them as like transition colors in the crease, like as blending shades, and they're really good. I like the formula of these. I feel like they're extremely buttery and blendable. These are what the bronzers look like. These are definitely more warm tone bronzers, some of them, but they have a little bit of like an ashy tone to them, but not really. But you can just see, look at that pigment. I mean, you can't go wrong with this palette, even though it is a little bit pricey. And my personal favorite shades are the yellow and then these two colors right here. Sometimes I will use that one. The only color I do not use on my face is that white color on the end, because you can see it's extremely white. I mean, I think even if you're super fair skinned, this might be a little too like icy for you, because it might just look like a strip of like highlight on your face, and you don't want that. So you can use it all over your lid, on your brow bone. It's just a really pretty highlight color. Very bright, very white. All right, I have yet again another contour palette. Don't hate me. This is the e.l.f. contour palette, and I just started using this actually like 2 or 3 weeks ago, but I can't put it down. I love these e.l.f. palettes. Like, I love their blush palettes that they have, and this one is just stunning. Like, I'm obsessed, of course, with the yellow color. I love how all the drugstores are coming out with yellow shades, and I like mixing these two underneath my eyes because the color together just creates a really pretty highlighted bright eye look, which I'm obsessed with. And then this color I think is really good as a transition color in the crease. Like, if you're ever on the go, you can just pop that in the crease, and it's really stunning. Very pigmented as well. Let me go ahead and swatch it. You can see that they are just amazing, and this contour color is giving me life because it's a little bit ashy, but it's a little bit warm, so when you apply it on your face, it's not going to look like mud. It's just great. I love it. One of my favorite things about these e.l.f. palettes as well is the big mirror. Like, it's just so convenient to have a mirror, like especially if you throw these like in your purse or something. By the way, my Walmart just started selling e.l.f., so check out your Walmart as well for e.l.f. products, because they have a bunch of new things at my Walmart. Oh look, what do you know? Another contour palette. This is the Maybelline Master Contour. I had really low hopes for this because I did not like the eyeshadows that Maybelline came out with. Like, they're, you know what I'm talking about. I just don't like those eyeshadows, so I thought this was going to be like really cheap and just not good. I mean, it's cheap, but it's really good. When you swatch them, honestly, they don't look like much, but when you actually go to apply them, they're really nice because they start out to look very natural, but you can build it up. Like, that highlight is beautiful. I actually have a video showing and demoing all the new Maybelline products that came out. If you guys want to check that out, I'll leave it linked below. But I think this is also really good if you are a beginner, because it kind of has everything that you ever need in here to do like your face, you know? So it's just really good. All right, I'm almost done. So I have 2 Wet n Wild products, and this is the Wet n Wild Hollywood Boulevard highlighter. I'm wearing it today. I love this highlighter. It's so beautiful, very similar to Champagne Pop. I can't believe it, because I didn't think I was gonna find a really good like champagne highlight from the drugstore, but this one is extremely similar to Champagne Pop. So that is what it looks like. You can just see it's very like glowy and icy and just beautiful, and I can't get enough of this highlight. It's stunning. The thing is with these, at first, when I first tried them out, I thought they were going to be like very chunky and glittery, but they're so smooth when you apply them, you guys. It's literally like a high-end highlighter for like $5. So this again is Hollywood Boulevard. A lot of you were asking me where to get this. I got mine at Walmart. I'm pretty sure you can get it maybe at CVS. Try Rite Aid. Even Five Below sells Wet n Wild products, which is super random, but you never know. You might have some luck there. And then I wanted to shout out this other, well, it's a highlight, but technically it's a blush. I mean, honestly, I would not use this as a highlight, but it's so beautiful, you guys. This one is in Rose Golden Goddess. It's literally a rose orangey gold blush. Nah, I wouldn't recommend using this as a highlight. This is a little too warm and like orangey to use as a highlight personally. I think even for dark skin tones, I would use this as a blush and it would be like bomb. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I can't stand it. So pretty. You see that, right? I mean, it's amazing. So definitely been obsessed with that. Then I want to give a shout out to these two little babies, which I love. So this first one is the e.l.f. blending brush. I have been obsessed with this brush ever since I bought it a few weeks ago. It makes contouring so easy. Look how tiny it is, but I just love like the shape of it. I love the fullness of it, and I love how soft it is. I got mine at Target, but again, they do sell this at Walmart. I've seen it online. You can get it. So it's just a really good contouring brush. Look at it. It's perfect. Typically, I'm really intimidated by brushes like this because sometimes I feel like they're really hard to like get in there and blend everything out. But with this, it's so easy. Like it picks up a lot of product. So make sure to just dab your brush lightly and then kind of tap off the excess and then go in and just contour. It's just so good. Like I love this brush. Can't get enough of it. And then I wanted to mention this brush. This is from the Up and Up brand. I don't know the specific name of it. Like it doesn't have a name, but I just got this at Target and this is really good. You could use this for blush, for highlight, for contouring. I've been using it for a highlight brush. I think it's a little bit too big for highlighting, but I just love the brush itself because it's so fluffy, so full, and it's super, super soft. You can just see how good it is. So I love it. Alright guys, so that does complete this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know down below of some of your current favorites because you know I'm all about trying new makeup and I would love to go out to the drugstore and try out things that you guys are loving as well. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in my next one. Bye!